I was born in Lewiston, yes, born and raised. It was really a lovely place to live. I lived in a nice neighborhood, lots of kids. I had 2 sisters and a brother. There were kids for all of us to play with.
Awesome.
Lovely fields for us to play ball and to run around in, play all kinds of games, lots of hills for sledding, places to ice skate. I mean, we had it all. We thought we were in heaven. Actually, for all of my life, I was a teacher. Within that career, I held different positions as that time went on. I started as an elementary school teacher, teaching mostly grades 4 through 6. And then at one point I developed what was called a Learning Lab program, where I offered study skills and different skills that students needed to master that were not part of the regular program. And after about the first 15 years, I got my master's and then my certificate of advanced studies in literacy and supervision, and spent the rest of my career as a literacy specialist. I started off in Auburn at Lake Street School, which was kind of a little elite community school at that time. We had no buses, all the kids went home for lunch, which you would never hear of today. It was really a great little school to start at. When the schools changed K to 3, 4 to 6, I was transferred over to Webster School and stayed at Webster until that school closed and the new school was built, and then finished my career at Park Ave. I have many memories of when I was a teacher. Lots with parents, lots with the kids themselves, but I think the one that stands out the most is at the end of the year, one of my 5th graders wrote me a note. And in the note she wrote, I remember it so clearly, she said, "Last year I read 5 books because I had to. This year I read 50 because I wanted to." That just made my career. It was awesome. I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do have a keepsake box for all the notes from parents or students, or yes.
Hi, Miss Eli. This is Andrea Russo from your 5th grade class of 75 to 76, and then again your 6th grade class. I don't remember writing the note, but I am glad I gave you a favorite memory. I will say that I do remember I originally did not enjoy reading because I was a very slow reader. Then I learned to love reading due to your influence. You read to us often. I remember you read to us The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe series. I still love to read so much that I limit my books because once I start reading, I never put the book down, and then I neglect the other things around me that need to be done, including my family. I'm glad I could be part of your video. Best wishes, Andrea Russo, from your classes from 75 to 77.
I've been here 5 years, unbelievable, but 5 wonderful years. You know, this is going to sound strange, but I knew someone who used to work here a long time ago, and I remember being so impressed with the comments I would hear about the way the staff was treated and the way the tenants were treated. And I literally said to myself, when I retire for teaching, I'm going to work at Schooner. And sure enough, about 6 months after I retired, this opening came, and I thought, it's here for me. The tenants, number one for sure.
How's it going?
You know, it's not many people who can go to work every day and feel they're being inspired.
Absolutely. Okay.
I like that. I'd fall asleep alive.
I thought you'd fall asleep. God, I love you, Claire. Fall asleep alive. God, love her.
You know, I taught history. Here I live history. They have so much to teach you about just taking days, taking one day at a time, you know? They help each other, they support each other, they're grateful and gracious for everything we do. I mean, it's a dream job for me, a dream job. That's what's so great about being at the front desk, because you just get everything that's great that comes through the door. You get it
Absolutely.
first, so it's like a perk.
Okay.